People. A lot of people, a few people have said this about. You always do videos and everything about DSLRs, mirrorless cameras. What about the people that don't have a digital camera? But I have an iPhone, but I have an Android. This is for y'all. I'm gonna do a two, maybe a three-part video of this because obviously there's a lot when it comes to doing photography with your phone, whichever phone you have. Right now, this first video that I'm speaking of right now is gonna be strictly toward the best phones to use for photography and video work. Here goes. Number one, the biggest one of them all is, drumroll, iPhone. iPhone has been one of the staples when it comes to photography and video work. A lot of people use certain content videos, nature walks, everything has been done with, using iPhones. And my opinion, based on doing photography and video with an iPhone, I don't have one, but I have worked with a few people that had their iPhone. Hey, can you take my picture? Hey, can you do a video real quick with my phone? Absolutely. So I've worked with iPhones. iPhones are very amazing things. They're probably one of the most best tech things to use when it comes to doing anything. I would suggest, if you're going to use an iPhone, start right now. You're on iPhone 14, which is Pros, Max, Plus, whichever. Sound like gas station things, but we're going to leave that alone. And pretty soon, they're making iPhone 15.
Wow.
So, anybody that has an iPhone, I'm pretty sure you're going to put money down for that iPhone 15 later down the road. But anyway, I always suggest to use iPhone 11, 12, 13, and we're on 14 now. Anything below an 11, I wouldn't use right now. It's 2023, so the phone is probably about 4 or 5 years old by then. So get a really good iPhone 11. Then the 12s and the 13s, the Pro Max, whatever they're called, get those. They're really good for video work and they're really good for photography work. Trust me, I would know. I've helped a few people with said iPhones. Not going to call this number two. iPhone is in its own category. But for anybody out there that's like, like me, I don't use iPhone. I don't use Apple products. I use one of the best Androids there is, and that is the top-notch Samsung. This video, all of my videos that you've seen within the last year, almost 2 years, have been shot with my Samsung. I have a very good Samsung phone. It takes really good pictures. And all of my videos, 99.9 of my videos within this year, last year, have been shot with this phone I'm looking at right now. I don't use my DSLR for video. I use that for strictly photography. Video work, I grab my phone. It has stabilization in my phone, so I'm walking with it. It's not a whole bunch of shaking and things like that. You're not seeing all this when I'm walking around. See how much of a headache that is? It looks crazy. So I have that built in here. So I would always suggest to get a Samsung. You have the Motorola's, you have a bunch of other different type of phones, but trust me when I tell you, iPhones, Samsungs are the best phones to have when it comes to doing any type of photography. Trust me when I tell you, I am a professional. I'm not going to give you bad advice. So anybody out there that's like, I don't have a DSLR, I don't have a mirrorless camera, any iPhone 11 or better, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 coming soon. Any brand new Samsung out, look at it. It has 5G. It records in 4K. My phone actually records in 4K. So if I wanted to use my screen like it is right now, and while this video is going, I'm probably going to be doing a whole lot of editing and tweaking. So if it looks kind of crazy, that's just me playing around because I'm bored. And because I'm showing you all of the things that I could do with my phone, with my photo editing, my video editing, with this Samsung. I don't have an iPhone. I don't have this big, dumb, humongous system to put all this stuff on. I do majority of everything from my phone. I'm at work. I'm walking around. I'm hanging with somebody. If I'm not busy, I'm just, hey, what are you doing? I'm just editing. Photo editing, video editing. I do it all from here. Holds really good battery life. Holds a lot of memory life. Very good thing to have. Trust me when I tell you that. I'm going to conclude this video, but this is for everybody out here that says, hey, I want to do photography, but I don't have a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. You can use any of those iPhones that I just named, any Samsung. Other cameras, Motorola's, and other stuff they have out there is pretty good, but there's no comparison to an iPhone or a Samsung, any Galaxy. Those are really great phones. Use them. Your content, your picture, your video work is going to look great, especially if you see in the camera like my phone says 4K. 4K, if you don't know what 4K means, it's stretched. 1080p is this, which means you see everything normally like how a screen would look. 4K is, so you don't see my hands in there. If it was a 4K video, you would see that. But that's what that means. Then you got, now we're getting into phones with 6K. And I actually saw a Samsung that has 8K, which is ridiculous. I'll be purchasing that pretty soon. But right now, I'm going to stick with this one.